Hello and welcome to episode 2 of my team building series, my Ninetales team. I picked Ninetales for a number of reasons, predominantly because it was my mom's favorite Pokemon when I was growing up. And as this is, as next week's going to be Mother's Day, and that's going to be the exact same week I'm using this team, I figured I might as well just supplement or make this team using her favorite. So you can see that I have some reasonable coverage with Energy Ball, Flamethrower, Nasty Plot, and Extra Sensory. And my stat spread, I think, is reasonable. I actually added in speed just to be a little faster. Like 100 speed is not bad, but I just want to be that much faster. It's also built in a way that's kind of tanky, because I'm hoping to get the Nasty Plot up, which is why the special attack is not anything really to be, to be excited over initially, but with a +2, it will actually be a pretty nasty attacker. Leftovers just for a little bit of sustain. I didn't go with Drought because to go with Drought would kind of nerf an entire team. Because you really kind of, if you're going to use Drought, you can't use water types. And you have to be very careful using ice types or anything like that, because it does just up the sun power. Not to mention Solar Beam would be going for days from other people if they happen to have it, because a lot of tries like Y still exist when you're playing competitively. So what I need here is, as I think we can all agree on, is something that takes out the water, the rock, and the ground weakness. And I was giving this a little thought. This is a live team builder. I'm doing this just in the moment. But when I was thinking about supplementing Ninetales, I actually thought of a Lumineon. Let's see if I can spell that. Now, you know what? I'm just going to go with the ability. Whoops. Lumineon. What the crap? Okay. It's S. Look, I can't spell. It's not really a big surprise, though. There we go, Lumineon. Because of the, it does take out the rock and ground, but because it has Storm Drain, it takes just something that resists the water typing and makes it a positive by upping its special attack just that much more by, one stage. Plus, it's a Pokemon that's not used very often. I could have also used man, what was it called? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I forgot its name. Anyway, I decided to go with this though, because it is pretty underused Pokemon. Kind of slipped up right there. So, just trying to think of what to put onto it. This is the pure water type. It only has grass and water weaknesses. So I'm going to try to cover that as much as I can. Go with, say, an ice type move, like Ice Beam, to take out the grass typing. And ground. It only has HP ground. And if you didn't see my last team builder, it's actually on private right now because it kind of got screwed up. Where I got an Articuno that had HP ground as well. Problem is that the person who gave it to me gave me one that's not that must have been hacked because it's not allowed in Battlespot. It doesn't have the Pentagon by it. So I'm just trying to avoid anything that I have to ask other people for. Like, I mean, I could breed it in, but that's kind of beside the point, I guess. Like, I'll put HP ground in, and I hope to be able to keep it. Hey, look, I actually just tried to put HP. Okay. It's like saying EQ when you're trying to find an Earthquake. I mean, it's not a hard thing to breed for, but it's just something I don't particularly like breeding for hidden abilities. Now, this is an OU tier team. Well, it's going to be competing in OU, and because of that, hazards aren't as prevalent as they are in lower tiers. So the defog isn't quite necessary. And actually, while I was battling with my friends yesterday, I found that defog affects both sides of the field. So I just don't, I'm not really interested in going for it like that, because I just have to reset my hazards if I was to ever run hazards. So I'm actually going to go with a water type move for the stab. Probably go with I could go with almost any of them. It's really Scald or Surf for me. I don't really know which one to go for. Scald is always nice for the burn. Surf just is 10 points higher. But in a double battle, it just kind of shoots in the foot, especially when Ninetales is on the team and you might be forced to do it. So for that reason, I'm actually going to go with the Scald for the small chance of burn. And probably since I'm here, go for the Tailwind, because why not? I can also go for U-turn. That's kind of, I don't know, it's a toss-up for me. I'll go with Tailwind because, U-turn's a physical move. Not that it really matters, it still gets me out of there. And the Tailwind won't do any damage, but at least it'll help me set up if I need to. Stats here are pretty reasonable. Thinking I'll probably go with the. I'm gonna go 128 on the Minion special attack, hoping for the Storm Drain to kick in. Even if it doesn't, the attack's not fantastic. Like, it's actually kind of bad, but it's not awful. Like, it can still do okay damage if you play it super effective. Once you don't hit something neutral, you'll be alright. Now, I do like investing in HP because it gives a little more sustain. And in this case, I think I'm actually not going to. I mean, it has reasonable HP as it is, and its defenses aren't awful. Its defenses are pretty usual, or pretty plain. So I'm actually going to go full investment in the speed nature. Well, I'm not going to go with beneficial nature, but I will go full in the speed. And leave myself a little bit of defense. The remainder in defense, right there. Yeah, it's not bad. The defense is now higher than the special defense, which is kind of funny, I think. Make it a modest nature, take out the, by, subtracting from speed, attack, because I'm not using any attacking moves. Now, effectively, I've handled my weaknesses, but it would still be nice to have a ground-type Pokemon to take out the electrics, because it's just not going to happen. But actually, now that I think about it, the hidden ability is okay. Now that I think about it, you have like Electros and things like that, very annoying electric Pokemon that don't just use electric attacks. But going with the Storm Drain thing, it actually just kind of inspired me to go with Lightning Rod. So, what do we have? Go with a few here that have it. I'll go with a Pikachu using Lightning Rod. Just a plain Pikachu. I could also go to Raichu, but I'm going to go Pikachu in with Light Ball. Give myself a little bit more power that way. Now this is a ground weakness, another ground weakness, so I don't particularly like that. For that reason, I may actually want to go into something different. Yeah, I'm actually, second thought, Pikachu is nice and all, and I do love Light Ball Pikachu, but I think what I'll go with is, let's see if I can smell this. Let's see if I can spell this. Marowak with Lightning Rod. Not that it really matters, it's not going to be a special attacker. And I don't even think it activates actually, so I can go with anything. Because I'm not going to use special attacks, so that doesn't even matter. And yeah, let's see. I'll just go with the Rockhead and go with Thick or Bone Club. Yeah, Thick Club. So I couldn't speak for a second. Has really alright physical potential. Of course, with the Thick Club, it turns into an effective 180 base attack, which makes it very nasty to deal with. Its speed will leave it high on Jedi, though. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to. If it has agility, that will kind of help. It does not. Oh well, you could hope. Rock Polish, maybe? Nope, no such luck. I don't think it has this either. I don't even know. I can't even spell it, but let's see. No, I don't think it's Automize. So basically, I'm stuck at the speed I'm at, which is kind of a downside here, obviously. And my bulk isn't fantastic. I basically just have to hope not to get hit on a special effect or on a super effective move. I will invest in defense here, but really what it needs is speed nature. I'm almost tempted to go with the choice scarf over the thick club. The only reason I'm not going to is because of the power of the thick club. It's very hard to turn down. If I can find priority though, because I don't know if Marowak has any priority, but if I can find a priority, that would be great. It looks like Marowak does not have any priority at all. So basically, that just means I'm going to have to build my next Pokemon to kind of affect speed a little more than Marowak is. Even, but not in a Trick Room way, because Trick Room is very nasty, very slippery and nasty. I mean, my team is not exactly the fastest thing out there, but I just don't like Trick Room because there's so many things that can contribute to making that a difficult team to work with. Now, I know that Swords Dance is kind of a greedy type move, but in the case of the knockoff on the thick club, or just if I think that if someone like has an electric type in, they have to hard switch to do anything to me. In either of those situations, getting up a Swords Dance on top of everything else would make it a very, very nice Pokemon to have. A very nice move to have, in fact. Ground typing, so water and grass are kind of my things I'm worried about. So I don't think I have any grass moves here. Now I have HP grass, but as a special attack isn't anything stellar. I believe I do have Fire Punch and Thunder Punch though. Yeah. Now using the punch moves are it's a bit risky when it's not going to be a stab, because the punch moves, as nice as they are, aren't quite fantastic. And you really can't have a Marowak without having a signature move. One of the signature moves has a couple. I'll go with Bone is nice, but so is Bone Club. Plus, there's a possible flinch potential. I'll go with Bone Moorang because overall it will do more damage. And we obviously have the spread just there. So what I'm looking for now, and it's a good thing I look into a lot of Pokemon because it makes us a little faster. What I'm looking for now is actually a Pokemon that I can use to slow down the opponent as best as I can. And for that, I'll probably go with a Galvantula with a Sticky Web lead. Actually, no. Galvantula is very common. It's an okay Pokemon, but I don't like it for that. I don't like using super common, especially for Sticky Web. I mean, does it get any more common build than that? There. Ariados. The original Spider Pokemon. I could go... I don't even know if I could find a Spinarak with the hidden ability. I'm sure I could find one if I was, motivated enough, but just with what this thing is, I'm not seeing it. I'd say on the off chance I run into something like a Dark Void Smeargle, Insomnia is definitely a good ability to have, especially because I need first turn setup on it, and those Smeargles will always be running Focus Sash. Well, not always, but I scarcely run into them otherwise. I'm also actually the exact same base speed. I'm sorry, I'm a bit itchy, and I can't edit it all out. Otherwise, I would say I would, and then probably forget like the last team builder, whoever saw that. But yeah, I'm thinking that because I'm not that fast, I want to get at least one turn out of it, so I'll Focus Sash. I mean, I probably, and if I don't get hit, I get Agility because I believe it gets Agility. It's a Spider, yeah, it does get Agility. I don't know what having being a Spider has to do with anything. But if I do get that one hit off, then that's great with me. Now, usually I would invest in defense if I want something to live, but the thing is with the Focus Sash is I actually rather have a Pokemon go down to 1 HP while holding the Focus Sash than like have it halfway, because now it's an item that means nothing. So this is kind of a slap in the face. in my opinion. So I'm actually not going to invest into the defenses, even though they probably could definitely use some investment. But then the question is, what would I invest into? Because you know what? I don't do this too super often. I mean, I do it, but not super often. I'm actually going to pick the moves first, and then decide what I'm going to do with it. I could baton pass, I guess, but that would require me to be, have 2 turns of pretty good luck. So I am a bug poison type, am I? Yeah, bug poison. Okay, so I'm worried about the ground type moves. Although I really probably shouldn't be too worried about the ground moves, I still am. I mean, I could get Giga Drain. It seems tempting. What's the special attack on this? Special attack, and no, it's 30 base difference. It's 1/3. It's ridiculous to do that. I'd have regrettably have to say. Much as I'd love to have Giga Drain, it just won't do as much damage otherwise. No water luck. Let's set up with that's a poison type. We also weak to psychic, so dark moves. Yeah, we have foul play. Let's see. Sucker Punch. It's such a slow Pokemon. I find Sucker Punch to be very tempting. Bug move. Just for some stab, not to mention. This takes out the Psychic, so I don't even know why I need the Sucker Punch. Still not, I'm not going to change up Sucker Punch because it's a very nice move to have anyway. X-Scissor was nice. Mega Horn. I mean, False Swipe is nice, but because of how low HP or how low base power it is, the odds of triggering that effect, and you'd have to be in the perfect situation and have quite the intentional fortitude to do that. Pin Missile, not really liking that because it's all luck and I don't have skill link. You have a 40% chance to poison, but I don't want to use Twin Needle. 40% is nice, but say you have a steel type or something, it won't get poisoned, but it'll still get hit. I mean, oh, and I almost forgot the entire reason why I even had this guy, so Sticky Web. Wow, that would have been an epic fail had I been talking about how I need a Sticky Web user and then just decided, you know what, I don't need Sticky Web. Got completely sidetracked. And go with another priority in the Shadow Sneak. So trying to make Gyarados reasonably powerful that way. I didn't even think about the bug typing too much there. But luckily I do have coverage for the things that would usually ail a bug type. So now I'm in a very weird position where I don't really know what I want to go with. I think an electric type would be nice, considering I don't have that Galvantula, and electric's always pretty nice. But also a fairy type, because I don't have any answers right now to a dragon. Or I really don't even have answers to a dark type right now. So I could go with a fighting or an electric type this next time. Or a fairy. Let's see, are there any common threats there? There's no fighting electric types, there's no fighting fairy types, there's no fairy electric types. So this would be a two Pokemon proposition, it would appear. I could go with the. No, I would go with a what's it called, Gardevoir, but I don't want to because it actually gives me a dark weakness that I don't really need to pick up. I mean, it's basically you pretty much end up neutral on that because rock types, rock fairy, maybe. I don't think there's any rock fairies. There's obviously Carbunk and Duranchi. It answers the dark typing, answers the flying typing. doesn't really mean anything for the electric typing, and that would mean I have to mega. And a lot of people on my stream realize I don't use megas out of X and Y or beyond X and Y because of the exact reason that some people still come in wanting to battle with only playing X and Y. And a lot of people will turn those guys away, but I'm not particularly a fan of doing that. I could go nose pass or probo pass to take out the fairies due to the partial steel typing and the flying types. I could just go straight through Anchi if I wanted to. I'm actually going to. Am I there? I'll look at what Probo Pass has as far as abilities, because I'm not completely sure. I mean, Magnetic Pole is definitely nice if I'm going to be fighting against something with a steel typing. But that would be a Magnezone that I run into the most with steel typing. And I can do alright with it, but I'm not really a fan of doing that, to be honest. Okay. That Pikachu is really starting to look nice, though. Maybe not Lightning Rod, but Light Ball Pikachu. I don't know. I mean, I wanted one, so I might as well put one in. Would another Lightning Rod really matter? I mean, I know I have a ground. I know no, that gives me too many ground weaknesses. Never mind. Fighting types then. Sorry, this is always where it gets hard for me. So when I get to this part of the battling, or this part of the team building, because at this point I have most stuff that I want in. So. I don't have a flying type yet, and Hawlucha's a pretty nice Pokemon. Yeah. Does it learn Fake Out? Because I have a strategy if it does. It does not. Okay. What is this? Gives me an electric weakness, another one. Also gives me a psychic weakness, bug weakness, dark weakness. No, not dark weakness. Not even bug weakness, but it gives me a sorry, I was just thinking psychic and went down the list beyond there. Rock weakness. I mean, I can handle the rock in it, so I think I'll go with this. I'll go with Hawlucha. Limber's nice. I'd like to go Unburden. No, I'm not gonna go Unburden, because I'll have to pick the item after I'm done building. I'm pretty sure this is going to be, yeah, it's emphasis on physical attack. So first you need Flying Press. That's just kind of a prerequisite. It's a signature move. And it also does double duty. It's a flying and a fighting attack. Acrobatics, which is the reason why I was kind of hesitant to give it an item, as Acrobatics is just too powerful. Weak to Fairy as well. Poison Jab to take care of fairies. And what do we have? I could go. It's pretty hard to get the last one. For some reason, I don't know why. Feather Dance. Lows now, because I'm not really planning on being bulky. At least not that bulky. What's his base speed here? base speed is actually insanely high. So far, not insanely high, but really once you get over 100, every digit beyond 100, I would start categorizing as higher, or significantly higher. No, I was gonna say grass knot. Do we have any other grass moves? I should have done this to begin with. No, only specials. Baton pass. I don't have anything to baton pass off it now. I might as well. I mean, I have a flying move, so I might as well go for a fighting move just to even it out that way. Even though Sky Pass is actually both, which is very unique. Needless to say. But I want the high jump kick, but I just don't like the possible chance to miss, the 10% chance. Go with a power punch. I mean, I know power punch isn't insanely powerful, but I mean, it's alright, I guess. Give it a full investment there. Actually give it a beneficial nature though in the speed. Get first hit off on most Pokemon. I no longer usually just do it like this, like just throw a full investment into different stats, but in this case I think it kind of is necessary. Now I don't want to really be using an item due to acrobatics. I mean, acrobatics becomes beyond powerful. I actually have 2 flying moves, I just realized. And I have a combo move and a poison move. Not exactly the best spread, but I think it will do alright. Thinking what I could use. Probably use a... I don't know if this works, but I'm going to guess. Like, if I was to go for acrobatics, I'm wondering if it wouldn't take the item first and then go into the... take the item first and then go Sky Pass. I'm going to test it after this battle, and if that's the way it's going to work, then I'm going to drop the speed down to 128 probably, and give it to its either invest more in HP or put it in special defense. If that's the way it works. If it doesn't work that way, I'll keep the build the same way as it is. Oh, well, it will still probably have on burden because the paralysis isn't as common. Now we have our last Pokemon. This is kind of just a closing Pokemon. And I would say there's no real better Pokemon because this is pretty much a Mother's Day team than the second favorite Pokemon that she had when I was growing up. And that would actually be a Tauros. Now if I can spell Tauros, that would be the miracle. Okay, how about... You know what? No, I'm just gonna do this. Don't really like it though. Yeah, sorry, I have a hard enough time spelling real words, let alone fictional words. I bet I already passed it, but not sure. Thinking, is it TUR or TUO? No, it's T. Oh, let's see. Go by one of the abilities I know it has. Anger Point. There we are. Go with the... I could go with Anger Point, of course. I'm probably actually going to go for it with the Intimidate. Let's see, what's its attack? Its attack's not bad. Its speed is actually pretty good also. Does it get agility? No, it doesn't. Make sure though. Yeah, no such luck. Go with my... I mean, Anchor Point's so niche. Intimidate's nice. I don't actually have an Intimidator on the field or on right now. And stat-wise, you're more likely to do a physical attacker anyway. So yeah, I'll go with that. Actually, go with a choice band set. Give it the psychic type, the Zen headbutt, so you take care of the fighting weakness, which is the only one it has. Then go with a normal attack. Actually, when you're pretty much playing choice band, you pretty much want to go with the super effective moves, and as normal, it's not super effective on anything. But then again, it is stab, so it's kind of a toss-up, I suppose. I will go for Iron Head, though, now that I see it. Take care of the fairy types, and the grass types, and all that. Go with a normal moveset. I mean, I could go Giga Impact, and I'd probably take out whatever I hit with it. But then I have the recoil issue. Not that I suppose that's really not even a bad thing, considering how much power it is. I mean, one feint for that, it's not bad. Comes confused afterward. Dash seems like a pretty nice one. Body Slam. I think I'll actually go with Body Slam for this chance for paralysis. And then to take out the fighting types, and also kind of ends out better. Not the fighting types, the flying types. I'll go with a rock move. So go with Rock Tomb just to further my dropping the opponent's speed game. I could also go Stone Edge. Yeah, I want to hit the first time, and ironic thing is, other than Rock Climb, Stone Edge is the second highest accuracy move. Well, no, it also gets HP Rock, but no, that's not happening. Now, maximum investment. Again, I'm going to do what I said. Just I scarcely ever do. I'm actually going to fully invest in the two stats. And I have 4 left. May as well put in HP. That would be pretty reasonable. And I'm sorry that this video looks like took about half an hour, and I'm sorry it took so long. This is the first live team builder I ever did. And I do kind of want to. I'll make it faster. Is what I'm trying to say. The more I go on, the more practice I have, and the better I become at talking and thinking at the same time. I think I'll be able to make much better teams. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and, well, comment if you want. Obviously, you don't have to comment for the sake of commenting, and share it if you would. It really will help my channel out a lot to do that, because I'm still pretty small. And thank you for your time, especially sitting here for over half an hour with me. I'll stop rambling now. See you guys next time. See you guys next time. See you guys next time. See you guys next time.